most companies have tons of data, but you ask one simple question, like what questions is that data supposed to answer, and you're going to get blank faces. Not everyone, but in my experience, a lot of times, if you ask, what do you plan to do with this data? What's the purpose of this data? What are the questions this data is going to answer? And that's a lot less clarity than how they're collecting the data. I can't, I don't know how many times I've been in a meeting with executives or technical folks where they are talking about everything from dashboards down to the data warehouse and all the infrastructure, and nobody in those conversations really has a very distinct understanding of what they want to use the data for. And that's a root problem, right? You want to know what you're doing with it. Data isn't valuable because it's big. It's the big ball of data, as I sometimes say. And it's data, the bigger you have doesn't increase the value at all. In fact, it can decrease its value because it's a cost, right? So it's valuable when it's aligned to your decisions and what you're doing. So before you buy another tool, including mine, before you before you do anything like that, you should stop and ask yourself 2 or 3 business questions that matter. Like, which of our channels do we think is actually driving profitable growth? What kind of customers do we have that stick around the longest? Where do we lose people in the funnel? What is the cost for losing people in the funnel? And if those are your questions, right? And those might not be your questions, but if those are your questions, then how does the data help you answer those questions, right? That's what you should be doing first before you start talking about the infrastructure, right? And so, I would say if you can clearly state these are our questions and this is how our data is answering those questions, wonderful. I'm very happy for you, honestly. But if you're not, I challenge you to sit down with your team and write down 2 or 3 questions that your data could help you answer this week, right? And then have that be where you kind of start from going forward. How is what this is doing helping us answer our questions, right? And if you need my help, I'm Saif Sharif, and I'm going to be posting more of these videos, hopefully, about data readiness and what you can do to improve your data readiness for AI and automation and getting value and all that kind of stuff. So ask questions.